If you stop watching this video, please tell me what it was so that I can improve. Otherwise, hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn gastroenterology, today the digestive system, and after we've done that, we're going to do leg injury prevention training. And if you participate in the leg injury prevention training, then it's at your own risk. And this is part 2 that we're reading this double page. Now, it is well known that the sight, the smell, or even the thought of food can make the mouth water. That is, they start the flow of saliva. Okay, they're saying that thinking or seeing or smelling food can increase the production of saliva in the mouth. There are 3 pairs of salivary glands: the sublingual and submandibular glands, lying beneath the jawbone, and the parotid glands, which are at either side of the face, just in front of the ears. These are the glands that swell up during an attack of mumps. Okay, the parotid glands, they are at either side of the face, just in front of the ears. But I think inside the mouth. And they are the one who would swell up if a person had mumps. Okay, saliva acts as a lubricant, making the process of chewing, grinding, and swallowing the food much easier. It also contains amylase, the first of the vast number of digestive enzymes, the chemicals that start and regulate the pace of a chemical breakdown of food into easy absorbable subunits. Let's read it one sentence again. It contains amylase, and the chemicals, it is the first of a vast number of digestive enzymes, the chemicals that start and regulate the pace of the chemical breakdown of food into easily absorbable subunits. Now, what I now get from that is that the meaning here, they are regulating the pace in which the breakdown is happening. But I think that we are taking them too literally. They mean just these are these enzymes and they're doing it now. In a way, they are now regulating the pace. But I don't think they want to say there are enzymes, or all of them who go there and setting the pace of which the digestion should happen. I don't think they mean that. But if they mean that, that would be very interesting. The main purpose of mastication, they mean chewing, and salivation is not so much digestion as the reduction of food to the state that is suitable for swallowing. So basically, the main purpose of chewing in the mouth is that it fits through the esophagus. The stomach and small intestine are fully capable of digesting anything eatable if they are given enough time. Okay, chemistry of digestion. The main constituents of food are proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. So these are the things basically out of which food consists, or which in the bread, for example, is made up of gluten, which is a protein, and starch, which is a carbohydrate. The breakdown of food into, maybe I should say it at this point, that book is from 1978. Maybe some things are updated. The breakdown of food into smaller units is achieved by enzymes, protein catalysts, which control the pace and direction of chemical actions within the body. I think they still mean just they are doing that, basically, and the more of them are there, basically, the faster it goes or something, but not they are there controlling actually the pace of it. That is not the main purpose, to control the pace. It is just they're doing it, and one could express it in the way as if they were doing that. Catalysts are substances which accelerate chemical processes without themselves being used up. What do they mean actually? I still don't really believe it. There are enzymes in saliva, the gastric juice, the pancreatic secretions, and the intestinal glands. Okay, maybe they mean what they are hinting there so strongly, that there are enzymes which are working as catalysts, so that they're increasing the speed of which it is going. But I still don't really think that these enzymes, that they mean, it's not what I think, but it's that they mean that both maybe. They are released to fasten up the process, or not, and not to do the process. They are of course released to do the process, but not in particular it's too slow. Give them something to make it faster. They are released to let it happen, which then technically increases the speed of it. It would be a great difference in the meaning of these enzymes. And I'm not sure what they mean, if you can take them what they're hinting so strongly. Each enzyme is unique and concerned with only one reaction. For example, salivary amylase splits starch into simple substances such as sucrose and maltose. But pancreatic enzymes such as sucrose are needed to complete the process of breakdown into simple sugars such as glucose. Okay, let's read it again and taking caution to the names. For example, salivary amylase splits starch into simple substances such as sucrose and maltose. Okay, the amylase of a saliva makes out of it sucrose and maltose, and the pancreatic enzymes such as sucrose, that is with sucrase, I don't know how it's to pronounce. The first word, what the amylase in the salivary does is sucrose, and now the pancreatic enzyme such as sucrase. And now sucrase is needed to complete the process of breakdown into simple sugars such as glucose. Okay, the amylase out of the salivary glands, they are making the starch, for example, into sucrose, and now the pancreatic enzymes are making the pancreatic enzyme sucrase makes out of the sucrose glucose. Protein is broken down in a similar way, first of all into subunits called polypeptides, and finally into its constituents amino acids, which are the building blocks of all living matter. By a mixture made up of stomach and pancreatic enzymes are done. Okay, let's read that sentence again. Protein is broken down in a similar way, first of all into subunits called polypeptides. So, proteins are broken down into polypeptides and then finally into amino acids. And they are the building blocks of all living matter. I said that in the part of endocrinology, but I'm still searching since a long time for an explanation what amino acids are. And it's always this explanation that are the building blocks of living matter, and I don't understand it. The other explanation is that it is a chain of proteins, but I don't understand. Fats are insoluble in water and have to be split up into numerous small globules to provide a larger surface area for the enzymes to work on. That is very interesting. Fats, they are put into globules, so I think something round, and that increases the surface of it so that it can be better worked on. So there is a mechanism in the human body which takes the fats and changes the form of the fats so that it can be better worked on. Fats are insoluble in water and have to be split up into numerous small globules to provide a larger surface area for the enzymes to work on. This process, which is known as emulsification, is carried out by the bile salts. The action that the enzymes perform is to split the fats into glycerol and fatty acids. Okay, the first thing is the fats, they don't go into the water, they are hydrophobic, so fat does not dissolve in the water. So something else is happening somehow, they are formed into globules through something, then the enzymes can better work on the greater surface. And they are then split up after this process of emulsification, which was done by the bile salts. Now they are split up into glycerol and fatty acids. And the vitamins are absorbed into the bloodstream unchanged. So vitamins are absorbed in the bloodstream unchanged. Maybe if we find one day a tableau saying how fast which thing, proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, and so on, are absorbed into the human body and are usable, maybe one explanation why the time would be differently for fats or proteins or vitamins would be such an explanation, like vitamins are unchanged absorbed into the bloodstream. That was the gastroenterology part. If you were here for gastroenterology, you can go directly to the next part of gastroenterology, where we will continue reading this part about the chemistry of digestion. If you stay here and participate in the leg injury prevention training, then it's very honest. And we are having a good standing leg, and we swing the upper leg to the side and the front. And the other leg in front and to the side. And now bring the foot in front and back. Other foot in front. Now bring one leg up, breathe in, breathe out and bring the leg to the side. Breathe again in. And breathe out and bring the leg back into the middle and down. Other leg up and breathe in. Breathe out and bring the leg to the side. Breathe again in. And breathe out, leg back into the middle and down. Breathe in, lift one leg up and the hands out, breathe in. And out, go with the hands over to one side and with the knee over to the other. And change. Middle and down. Other leg up, hands out to one side, knee over to one side. Change. Middle and down. Now bring one knee up and press with the knee up and then to the side. Up to the side. Other knee, press up to the side. Next exercise. This exercise can go onto the knee. Stand good on one leg. Turn slowly over to the leg. Go down into the knee. And turn slowly over to the other side. And come up again. Other leg, stand good. Turn over to the leg. Go slowly down. Turn over to the other side. And come up. Next exercise can again go onto the knee, stand good, and go with the heel always to 90-minute intervals on an imaginary tiger. Other leg, go in front. So to 1:30 and 3 o'clock, 10:30 and 9, 7:30, 6, and also 4:30 and 3 o'clock. Now, don't do the next exercise if you're pregnant. Heel onto the ground and lift the heel off the ground and place it again onto the ground. However, heel onto the ground, lift the heel off the ground and place it again onto the ground. And now, have a good standing leg, bring the other leg up and down. Other leg up and bring it down. And now a horse. One knee in and back. And now if you like, you can do the camel where the whole body moves with it. And with your leg. First the leg in and out. And now the whole body moves. And now, last exercise, the closing exercise, legs wide apart. Breathe in and come down. And breathe again out. Again in and up. Out and down. Breathe in and close the legs. And breathe again out. That was the leg injury prevention training. I thank you very much and until next time.